Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am excited to be here and happy that you found me. I had to recreate the link, but if you're joining me, you found it. So welcome. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Twanna Carter. Today, we're talking about workplace bullying, right? And the 6 impacts on Black women. So, again, welcome. I invite comments and questions. Drop them in the comments and questions if you have any. And so, as well, for those of you who catching this on the replay, thank you as well. Always appreciate that. Now, today we're diving into a crucial topic, right? It's workplace bullying and its specific effect on Black women. Now, it's a conversation that's often overlooked. Why is it overlooked? Because oftentimes people just want to pretend, right? They just actually want to pretend that it doesn't happen. They're not seeing what they see, or I'm not experiencing what I'm experiencing. So today, I'm actually here to shed light on these, right? I want to empower you to be to navigate these challenges. So let's jump right into workplace bullying and the 6 impacts on Black women. So imagine you have a ship with a seasoned sailor. And in this case, it's a Black woman. She's at the helm of her career ship, confidently navigating, the corporate ocean. But instead of the calm waters and everything, she's often battling against the tide of workplace bullying. And it shows up differently for different people, right? It does show up. Okay. So this isn't actually, it is actually fiction, right? We oftentimes, again, people want to just pretend that this doesn't exist. And sometimes when people see it, they're afraid to say anything. And it just is a reality for so many Black women out there as they face that corporate ladder. And as well, sometimes it be your own people. Don't get this twisted. Sometimes it is your own people. I don't want to put this as a black and white issue because it is not. Sometimes it be your own people who are sabotaging you, who are bullying you because you're in a position and they don't like it. So again, let's just jump right into this, right? So let's look at the statistics. Okay. So basically, while bullying affects women more often than anyone else in the workplace, right? According to the Workplace Bullying Institute, about 20% of Americans have either seen workplace bullying or they've actually experienced it. And Mean Girls, and that's what we call sometimes you may hear the term Queen Bee, but Mean Girls represent about 2/3 of the women who bully other women. And the winner chicken dinner, I guess, if you want to say it that way, goes to men. 60% of the bullies out there are men, and they mainly bully women. Okay. And this number is really hard. It hits hard for Black women because of the double whammy of the intersection of your race and your gender, right? It's that intersectionality. I'll link to a video here where I talk about the intersectionality of race and gender for Black women and how that plays out for us in the workplace. Okay. So again, the bullying of Black women's, face isn't always like in your face. Sometimes it is, right? Sometimes it is in your face, and then sometimes it's not. It can come in the form of microaggressions, subtle undermining, like talking behind your back, like it's talking behind our backs when we're not there, or as soon as you walk into the room, everything gets quiet and people are doing this. And you can tell from the energy in the room that it's happening, right? But it's also the subtle undermining of our authority. So, what do you mean by that? Well, you may know this best if you're a Black woman in this position, where people question or challenge every single decision that you make, whether they do it overtly in your face or whether they do it covertly behind your back, emails, instant messages, right? To give you an example, so I was in a job where part of my job involved training interns and medical residents. Okay. So when I had to train a white male resident or an intern, and I had to go out into the field, which was outside of my office, I would not tell, the owners that I was training an intern or resident. I would just introduce them by the first name. Okay. And when I would go in to either do a follow up or, point out violations, right? And, they would try to argue with me. And then, the white male that I was training, because he didn't have a clue, I had just kind of clued him in. He would come and say, "Yeah, I see what you're talking about, Twanna," or something like that. And I'm telling you, both Black owners and white owners, they never challenged. They didn't argue with him. They no longer argue with me, right? People will question you as a Black woman as if you don't know what you're talking about, as if you just landed in your position by happenstance, not because you had the experience or you have the education, but you just lucked up and got it. But when a white male speaks, it's yea, verily. He knows what he's talking about. He's right. We don't need to question that. This is a form of bullying. Okay. Bullying can also happen when you're excluded from crucial meetings, which this signifies a lack of acceptance of you in leadership circles. And this invisible bullying is harder to pinpoint sometimes because you have to have proof. And you can feel it when you walk into a room, or you can feel people's attitudes change toward you. But sometimes it's difficult to put down on paper, right? So you can pinpoint it. And this can be way more damaging to our self-esteem and to our confidence. It's like chips away at our self-esteem over time. And it also chips away out of our sense of belonging, right? So I want to check over here to see if I have any comments because, well, I said I welcome comments and I want to be sure that I get your comments, right? Because I can get caught up talking and everything and I forget to check in on the comments. Okay. So again, for Black women, again, it affects our career advancement, right? It's just not something, well, you just got to suck it up and suffer through it. It's not a big deal. No, that's not quite right. Okay. That's not true. And besides, no one should be sucking up bullying and impartial treatment and feeling like being made to feel like you don't belong. So bullying isn't just a workplace issue, right? It's a major career barrier. The resulting stress can, and the resulting stress and the work-life imbalance and potential burnout can make it hard for you to shine, to show your best potential. It can make it harder for you to show up, and be able to, exude your leadership skills and show your specialism for the person that you are. It can even lead to long-term health issues, hypertension, stress and anxiety can lead to lupus and diabetes, a whole host of things, arthritis, further affecting your progress in your career. Okay. So again, if you have any questions out there, better yet, anybody out there experienced some of these forms of bullying before, that being left out of meetings, having your authority, everything you say questioned. If someone else says it, yea, verily, it's correct. But if you say it, it's questioned. Drop it in the comments and let me know. Okay. And so when we're talking about building resilience and support, let's talk about Angela. So Angela's one of my clients, 40-year-old Black woman, in mid-level management. And despite her competence, she faced constant indirect undermining by her peers, like that questioning. If she said it, it can't really be true. But if someone else piped up and said it, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, good idea. Good idea. Okay. And for her, this is very morale like busting for her, right? And so the turning point came when she decided to reach out for career coaching from one of my VIP career services. With the support, we helped her build her resilience. She was able to manage the burnout and pull back from going into full burnout. And ultimately, she secured a promotion with another organization, right? You don't have to stay and just take the bullying. Sometimes your measures depends on how long it's going on. If you're one of those people who are like me, you kind of let it go on and on and on and on in my younger careers, my 20s, my early 30s. Sometimes your best option is to find another job because there's so much water under the bridge, you can't come back. If you take action, like when it first started happening, you can, do the documentation, talk to the right people, and then save your job and stay there. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you cannot, but that's where a great career coach comes in handy. Okay. So for Black women, career coaching can be a game changer. My V.I.P career services offer target support on resilience building, confidence enhancement, leadership development. It empowers you, to get over the effects of bullying so it doesn't tear down your self-esteem and your confidence. And so that you not only survive, but really you thrive in your career. And that's what it's about. Not surviving day to day, wanting for them to make it, but being able to thrive, right? And as of January 2024, like right now, I went back and I redid it, and there are now 3 levels of coaching that you can choose from. I heard you loud and clear. Had a lot of people saying, I don't want that 4, 6, 8 months of coaching. I need something foundational so I can hit the ground running right now. And so that's what I've done. I have 3 different levels. You can choose to the 2-month level or the 4-month level or the 8-month level, depending on what you need and where you are, right? So let's continue on. We're talking about workplace bullying here. So you have to really, it's about cultivating a supportive environment, right? Supportive environment. Now, individual resilience is crucial. That's why I have a program and I include that in my career coaching, building your resilience. But the responsibility is not just yours alone. The responsibility for mitigating bullying in the workplace, it doesn't lie solely with the victims, the people who are experiencing the bullying. Organizations really have to foster an inclusive environment where diversity is celebrated. And when you see the bullying, put a stop to it, pull people to the side, bring them in, do that counseling, point it out to them. Because, unconscious bias training may help, but robust anti-bullying policies and fair representation of Black women in leadership will also help, right? And another key thing is allyship. It is very important, right, for allyship in that workplace. So what do we mean? Within the workplace, we need to amplify Black women's voices, advocate for their ideas. And it takes a whole allyship, not just Black women, but Hispanic women and white women and Hispanic men and Asian women and Asian and Indian, Pakistan. It takes all of us in that workplace, right? And when we do that, we can come together and we can provide opportunities for everyone to showcase their specialisms, their leadership, right? This collective effort can really create a more equitable and supportive culture for everyone, right? We know that diversity affects the bottom line. It makes more money overall. So it does make sense, right? And what is also important is networking, mentorship, and inclusion, right? Leveraging your network, connecting with other professionals in your industry and outside of your industry. Many of you, if you've done research on me, I own 2 businesses. So I'm a licensed therapist as well as a career coach, right? A professional certified career coach. So I go to social worker events, I go to counseling events, and I go to coaching events. And I've even gone to events for medical doctors. Leveraging the network, you will be surprised who you meet and how people are willing to connect with you and help. So do connect with other professionals, especially those who've navigated similar circumstances, because in your industry, you may be experiencing this, but other women, especially other Black women and other industries, well, they've experienced it too. Find mentors in senior positions who can offer guidance, open doors for you, and advocate for you, as well as get a great career coach, right? And in my case, I had a client who came to me for anxiety coaching first. And once we got that managed, she's like, I think I'm ready to change jobs. So we worked with her and she ended up landing her first C-suite position. And then I came back and now I work as her executive career coach. So you're not alone in this journey. You have help if you reach out to the right folks, right? So if you are feeling stuck or overwhelmed by workplace bullying, take back control of your career. Claim your free 30-minute career solution call with me. This is where we create a personalized roadmap for you to overcome the challenges of workplace bullying so you can achieve your professional goals, right? So the link will be in the description below, and I'll also link to it in the comments, right? And remember that you deserve a career free from bullying. Don't listen to that. Suck it out, snowflake. No, bullying causes hypertension. It can cause diabetes, arthritis, fibromyalgia, all of those things. So it's not about sucking it up because you suck it up, push it down, it appears on your body somewhere. So again, do remember you deserve to be free from bullying and you deserve to be treated with respect as well as recognition and the fulfillment of your true potential. So let's make that happen together. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.